So good morning and welcome to Tuesday's chair yoga. Make sure that you've got enough space. Even though I haven't today, make sure that this chair doesn't slide around. So I'll have to make sure that if I'm using it, I push it against something so it doesn't disappear on me. And this class is more for people who are either chair bound because they're working at computers or have mobility problems. When we do any of the stand-up ones, if you don't feel you can stand up, then don't worry, just admit it. You can either do it sitting down. So making sure that you're sitting on your chair, that your feet are nice and flat on the floor, or lift them up with a block. And we're going to roll our shoulders down, tuck our chin in, and we're just going to bring ourselves to here by doing a little bit of breathing. So we're going to lift the arms up. If you can't go all the way, you can just bring them to as far as you can and bringing them back down, breathing out. Just breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the nose. Trying to get rid of anything, any worries, any stresses. Having a think about how your body's feeling, so you could always start at your feet, move to your calves and your knees, through your thighs, your hips, your waist, your chest, your shoulders, the wrists, the hands, the head. And just having a quick check, thinking, how do I feel? And we're just going to do one more in and one more out. And then bring it back to centre. So we're going to do our neck, but we're going to let it drop and we're going to roll it side to side nice and slowly. 4 on each side. So we're taking it down and we're just rolling it. Every time you're rolling, have a think, how does it feel? Then we're going to bring it back to our centre and lift it back up. So we're going to do the same thing going back. Now if you need to, hold onto the head, lifting the head up and just looking across the sky. Again, 4 on each side. If you don't need to use your hand, then you can move it away. And again to centre and bring it back down. So if we bring our hands to our shoulders, bring our elbows in, breathe in, taking the elbows back in a circle. We're going to try and do 8 in one direction, 8 in the other. And then we're going to take it in the opposite direction. Just trying to make sure that we're getting them shoulders to start working. And bring them down. So from here, we're going to bring our thumbs on the inside and our fist round, and we're going to bend our elbows, but as we breathe out, we're going to bend the elbows in. So we're going to do a quick breath and bring our elbows, our fist towards our shoulders. So we breathe out. And then relax, just to start working that chest, working them elbows. So if we bring our hands together, again the fist on the inside, you can let the elbows drop down. We're just rolling the hands in towards us. Keeping them knuckles still touching. And then we're taking it in the opposite direction. And bring it down. So if we start with our fingers, try to touch the thumb to each finger and then tapping back down. The thumb to each finger. And then let's try the other side. And with this, as well as working the fingers and the thumbs, you'll feel it pulling into ligaments all the way down into your wrist and into your elbows. But it goes all the way up to the shoulder. Again, it just helps with dexterity. Then our thumb is going to touch the base of each finger. So we're trying to get the thumb to touch the base of each finger. And then we're going to try the other side. So again, it's just touching the base of each finger. So we're getting it to move around. And then if we bring our hands together, start with your left little finger at the bottom. We're going to take it into our stretch. So we're pushing the hands out. We're tilting the pelvis under. We're pushing the shoulders forward. Breathing out. Then if we bring ourselves back up, bring the thumb and the little finger together. Turn the hands under. Push them out. Roll the chest forward, roll. We're going to bring it in. We're bringing the left little finger to the bottom this time. I'll do it sideways. We're tilting under. We're pushing out as we breathe out. As we breathe in, we're bringing the fingers together. We're rolling them under and back. We're breathing out. We're pushing the chest forward. Bringing it round, changing the little finger, breathing out. Breathing in. And our last one. Breathing out. And breathing in. Now these look a bit weird, but they really do work. Bring yourself back. They work all the shoulder areas, working through the neck. And it does kind of release up the shoulders an awful lot. So from here, we're going to go into our forward bend. Now again, if you need to, keep the head in line. Now I'll keep the head in line the first time. Again, I'm going to move sideways. So with our legs in line with our back, we're going to keep our shoulders back, tuck our chin in, breathe out and move forward. Now, if you haven't got any blood pressure problems or back problems, you can let the hand drop, let the head drop. But you'll see that the spine is still staying nice and straight. We're holding it for 3 breaths. We're going to lift the head up so that it's in line with the shoulders again. Bring the hands back onto the knees and use those to push us back up. Okay? We're going to do the same thing again. So always thinking about that back. Breathe out, move forward. Have it to wherever you feel is better for you. And then rolling back up. Lovely. So let's take it to the side. Again, you can either hold the edge of the chair or hold the side of the leg and pushing. You can take the arm up or keep it down depending on what your shoulder wants to do. So if you're lifting it up, we're breathing in and we're breathing out to reach over, keeping our bum on the floor, feeling that stretch through the side. Try and breathe into this top lung. And then breathing in and breathing out. Let's try the other side. Breathing in and then out. Let's try one more. And our last one. So let's do our stretch round to the side. So bringing the hand onto the one leg, the other hand goes on the chair. We breathe in, lift up, and as we breathe out, we'll turn and look over our shoulder. Again, breathing diagonally this time. So you're breathing into the front of the lung you're turning to, the back of the lung that you're turning away from. And we're going to bring it back to centre and change inside. Breathing out, twisting. Using that knee and the hand to kind of force you round a bit more. And bring it back. So let's try with them arms. If you want to, as long as you've got no blood pressure problems or shoulder problems. Breathing in, lift. Breathing out, twist. See how far you can reach round. And again, we're breathing in, lifting them arms. Breathing out as we go round the other side. Lovely. And then let's breathe in, lifting them arms up. And breathe out, bring them down. So let's have a little bit of a workout from the waist. If we bring our hands onto our waist, onto our knees, we're going to lean forward and then we're going to go round in a circle, all the way round. We'll feel our back go against the chair and then we're coming back round. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're going to go in the opposite direction, so round the other way. And this is starting to just work our waist again, and you'll feel it into the hips. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then bring it back to centre. So let's take it all the way down into our pelvic floor. So we're going down. So remember, if you want, squeeze the legs, pull the thighs in. We're going to do it 5 times for 10 breaths each time. I'll try and count. I'll try and remember to count. I don't need to talk. So we're going to start at the back, at the front. Pull that belly in. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. Here we go again. Back, front, belly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. Here we go, 3rd time. At the back, at the front, at the belly, pulling. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. Here we go, number 4. At the back, at the front, at the belly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. Last one, number 5. At the back, at the front, at the belly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. Lovely. So we're going to keep that pulling. I'm going to come to the end of my chair a little bit, and we're going to do the stepping. So we're pulling in our stomach, pulling our pelvic floor. You can rest your hands here, and you're just lifting the foot and walking the feet. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. So that's starting to work them thighs, but now you can stick with that, or you can take a little bit harder. We're going to lift, push the leg out, point and flex the foot, but we're still going to try and hold on to that stomach muscle. So we're lifting, we're pushing, we're pointing and flexing and bringing it back down. 2, keep pulling that stomach. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and our last one, 10. Lovely. And relax it down. So we're starting to work them legs, bring them thighs in, so it's not just the thighs, it's the knees. We're going to bring the legs over, so we're crossing them over, and we're squeezing the ankles together. So squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. You'll feel this through the outside of the thighs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. Let's try the other side. So squeezing them. Remember pulling that pelvic floor as well if you want. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. Let's try one more each side. Squeeze them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and let's change. Last one. Squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. So bring yourself to the edge of your chair. We're going to flex our foot, bring it up, and just letting it bounce. Again, we're starting to work the outside of the hip and the inside of the hip, but you'll feel it also into the knee and into the ankle as well. So let's change sides. So bringing it up, just let it drop. One side might feel worse than the other. It tends to be because we've done one side, we'll feel it on the other side a bit more. And then we're bringing it down. Let's bring it up. And then we're going to reach forward. So bringing our hands together in prayer. We're going to breathe out, lean forward, rest our elbow on our knee, rest our head in our knee, on our hand. And then we can give our feet, toes a bit of a pinch and a paw and a twist. Just encouraging blood flow towards our toes, working it all the way down. Remember to give it a pull as well, to try and straighten out them toes if they're a bit crooked. And then see if you can get your fingers in between your toes, like a toe separator. And then just moving the foot round in a circle. And then in the opposite direction. Undo them and just give your toes a little push, or give your foot a little push, and squeeze into different areas of your toe, your foot. Does everything feel okay? Is there any part of that foot that you think, oh, that felt a bit weird? Or that, when I pressed that, I felt it somewhere else. Again, this is just encouraging, even though it's for us, it's kind of, we're kind of giving it a little massage, but at the same time we're drawing blood down towards our feet to help warm them up. And so let yourself come up, take that foot off. So let's try the other side. Bring it up, bring your hands to prayer. Lean forward, let the elbow come down, let the head relax. Pinch and pull the toes. Thinking about how your other foot feels now compared to the foot that you're playing with. Does the other foot feel more relaxed than this one? Warmer than this one? And then we're separating them toes. And we're going to circle the foot. And then the opposite direction. Oh, must be next door. And again, just pushing on different areas of the foot, having a think, how does it feel? Does anything feel a bit queasy or a bit painful? Do I feel it just in my foot, or can I feel it around different parts of my body? And then leaning off, bringing it down. Give your feet a little stretch. So we're going to bring ourselves into our standing. So again, 5 times standing, 4 sitting down. Bring yourself to the edge of your chair. You can have your hands out, or you can make it a little bit harder by bringing the hands around the chest. you're going to lean forward, and as you breathe in, stand up. As you breathe out, sit down. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, and our last one, 5. Now these are great to do, even if it's just to, it's a little exercise to get your body working really well. So try and do it as much as you can, standing up out of the chair. We're going to have the chair to the front and we'll do our things. I'm going to drop it down a bit so you'll see my feet rather than my head, but that's more important. So from here, we're going to do our chair aerobics. I'm going to move it over slightly. So standing at the back, we're going to take our foot out to the side and bring it in and take it back, thinking about working that butt, working that lower back, and bring it in. Then we're going to push our hips in, pull our shoulders back and bring it back up again. So taking it out to the side, bringing it in, taking it back, bringing it in, pushing the hips forward, letting the chest roll back. And bring it up. One more. Out to the side and in, back and in, pushing back and up. Last one. Out and in and back and in. Push the hips forward, lean back and bring it back up. So let's take it into our down dog. So we're stepping the foot back and we can bring it so that it's our elbows down or our hands down, whichever you prefer. Now if your back's bending, remember to bend your knees. You're letting your head come between your arms, but not dropping lower. So keep them in line. If the knees are bent, then you can always try straightening one leg at a time. Where you're trying to keep the back, roll the shoulders towards each other and push the chest down. And then we're going to lift ourselves up. Bring our hands to the chair. Keeping our foot where it is, we're just going to step one foot closer to the chair. Keep that foot down at the back. Bend the knee and try and push the knee towards the ceiling. We're going to change the feet. So we're stepping back and we're bringing the other foot forward. So again, bend the knee closer to the chair, but push the knee at the back, try to straighten that knee, push the heel down. And again, we're stepping back, stepping the foot in, keeping that knee down. Again, one more of these. Push forward, push that back knee up towards the ceiling. Feel the stretch. If you want, see if you can take it back a little bit further, but keeping that foot nice and straight. And again, we're going to step the foot back to meet it and bring the other foot forward. Keep the heel down, keep pushing that knee back, feel that stretch right through the calf. Let's bring that foot back, step it forward, the other foot forward. Now this time we're leaning up a bit and we're trying to bend that back knee. If you want, you can take the hands off the chair and sort of sit down. If you feel it's too much, move that chair in and hold on to it. You're trying to sit down. If you want, you can kind of wiggle the foot side to side, but you don't need to. If you do, make sure that you're feeling where it's working. Shouldn't just be in the leg, you may feel it right the way up into your back. And again, we're going to change feet, so we're taking that front one back and taking the other foot forward. Keeping the foot down, bend the knee. Bring your hands back if you want to, or keep the hand on the chair. Move the foot if you want, or keep it exactly where it is. But you're trying to bend that knee at the back, but still keep the heel down on the floor. And let's change one last time. And let's change. And bringing it, take the foot back and let's go back into that down dog, and you'll feel that's a lovely stretch for that lower back. Just pulls it back out again. And then let's bring it back and bring ourselves back into the chair. So we're going to take ourselves up onto our tiptoes to work our feet. So again, you can have that chair right beside you. You can have the feet next to each other and really squeeze them in, or you can have them in line with your hips. It's whatever feels better for you. Find a spot directly in front of you. Try not to look at the screen. Try to look ahead of it so that you're not looking at anything. And then you're going to imagine that you're being pulled up by the hair. So you'll feel your head going up. You'll feel your spine getting longer. You'll feel the waist feel as if it's pulling up. You'll feel the legs starting to pull up. And then eventually you'll come up onto your tiptoes. Now, like I said, the chair's there if you need it. You can always hold on. Pull your pelvic floor in. Pull your abdominals in. Hold it there. And then let's bring it back down again. So we're going to do one more. So here we go. Imagine being pulled up, the spine's being stretched, the waist is being stretched, the hips, the legs are being stretched, and the last thing that lifts is your tiptoes. Or your heels, sorry. And then let's bring it back down. So I'm going to get you to turn the chair round. Be in any direction, doesn't really matter. You're going to use your hands on here. I'm going to lift this up a little bit so that you can see my back more so. So we're going to take it into a cat and cow on the chair. Now from here, you're going to breathe out, squeeze your belly up, squeeze your head in, pull your shoulders together. Then as you breathe in, you're dropping the chest down, you're pulling the shoulders back, You're locking up. You may want to bend the knees if you want to try and get that arch in the spine. We're breathing out. We're tilting everything up in the opposite direction. And then we're breathing in. We're dropping the shoulders back. We're dropping the chest down. Might find that the knees want to bend. That's okay. Let's go again. Breathing out. Rolling up. And breathing in. Dropping down. Let's bring it into more of an extension. So let's breathe out back into our cat. And breathe into our cow. Now we're going to stay here and we're going to try and bend our elbows a little and bring in our chin towards the chair seat. Then we're going to push back up and bring ourselves to a straight, so a nice straight back. From here we're going to try and bring our head and our knee together as we curl into our cat, but we're going to lift our knee up towards our nose. Then we're going to take it back into the cow, so we're dropping our chest and we're lifting that leg up in the air behind us. Then we're bringing ourselves, our chins down, we're bringing ourselves back into a tabletop, a nice straight one. So let's do the other side. Breathing out into cat. Feeling the stretch through the back. Breathe in to cow, lifting that bum up. Keeping our bum where it is, we're bending the elbows as we're breathing out. And as we're breathing in, we're coming back up into a tabletop. We're breathing out, going into cat, but we're going to lift our knee up towards our nose. And then into cow, breathing out, shoulders back, lifting the leg up. Let's try one more. So we're bringing it back to our tabletop. So one more on each side. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Okay, let's do the other side. So again, breathe out into cat. Breathe in to cow. Breathe out to bend. Breathe in to tabletop. Breathe out to cat. And breathe in to cow. And bring it down. So from here, you're going to bend your knees and bring yourself to mountain pose. So standing here, take the hands down, stretch them towards the floor. So let's bring ourselves back down onto our chair. So again, bringing ourselves down. We're going to do a little bit of an exercise for our back of our arms. We're bringing our bum to the edge, hands onto the edge of the chair. You're going to slide your bum off and bring the elbows down and then bring it back up. You can always pop yourself back on the chair. Now we're going to try 5 without having a rest. But if you need to rest in between, you can always go back up and sit yourself back on the chair. So here we go. We're breathing out, we're breathing in. We're breathing out, we're breathing in. 3, 4, 5. And put our bum back. Okay? Ready for 5 more? It'll work, Isha. We'll work them back out in a second. So, bringing ourselves out. Let's go one more time if we can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And pop ourselves back. So you'll feel that really works the shoulders, works the backs of the arms. So they're great exercises. But we need to stretch them out now. So we're going to sit ourselves back and bring our arms into eagle. So you're bringing one elbow over the top of the other. Now, if it comes apart and you end up like this, then the best thing to do is the elbow that's going over, you'd hold it with the arm, but you'd still pull it across and pull it up. If you can get there, you get there. Now, the bottom hand, you want to see if you can turn it around to face the screen and the upper hand faces you. You're making a fist with both hands. The bottom hand, you let the little finger out. The top hand, you let the thumb out. And you see if your thumb and your little finger can touch first. If they can't, you don't worry. If they do, you see if you can stretch the hands out and slide them so that they clump together. Again, if they don't, you don't worry. Now you're going to bring the arms up in the air. And stretch them up, 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 up. But you'll feel the pull through the shoulders. Roll the shoulders forward so that you feel the opening through the shoulder blades. And then we're going to bring it down and undo the hands and undo the arms. So we're going to bring it over the other side. So the left goes over. We're making them fists. We're bringing the thumb and the little finger out. We're seeing if they can touch. If they can, we see if the hands can touch. If they can, we lift them up. We roll the shoulders forward. Think about lifting the shoulder blades off the rib cage. And then bringing it down, undo. So let's bring in them legs as well. So if we bring ourselves to the edge of our seat, if you bring your right foot over your left, now it doesn't matter if they don't hook, but if you want to, you can always, because we're sitting down, you can, and coming up onto your tiptoes. Now if it's your right foot on, then it's going to be your left foot over the top, a left arm over the top. So you're going opposite arm to opposite leg, whichever's on the top. So we're lifting the arms up again. Now I want you to squeeze your hands and your legs in opposite direction. So squeeze the right hand to the right, the left hand to the left, the right foot to the right, and the left foot to the left. So squeezing everything in the opposite directions. And relax. And relax the legs. So let's change sides. Left over on the top, so right goes on the top. We're lifting the arms up and we're pulling them in opposite directions. So left to left, right to right. The feet and the legs, as if you're trying to open your arms and open your legs. And then bringing the arms down, undo, and undo. Lovely. So today, this week, we're going to be doing chakras. Now, the one that we're doing today, this week, is going to be the throat chakra. Now, this is about communication, so being able to speak and get the truth out there. But a good way of dealing with a lot of stuff to do with our throat, and what tends to happen is if we can't speak. If there's something we've got to say to somebody, but we know that if we say it to them, it's going to make them unhappy, it's going to make them sad. So we try not to say it, but then we feel as if we've got a frog in our throat, or we've got a bit tight round here. And a good way of dealing with that is to do lion. Now, lion, you don't have to do it if you don't want to. If you're in the house on your own, even better. I might scare my mum because she's upstairs. But yeah, it's coming to the end, so I might just wake her up. So with this, you've got to think about things that are annoying you. So anything, it could be anything. It could be the weather, it could be coronavirus, it could be somebody or something that's really got on your nerves. And you kind of grab them in your hands. You grab them and you pull them in, and then you pull it in through the wrist. Then you pull it in through the elbows. You pull it in through the shoulders. You screw up your face, your head, everything gets tight, and then all of a sudden, when you need to, but it's a way of getting rid of so much pent-up anger, that's all in there. But it's really good. You'll feel it through the face, you'll feel it through the throat, it'll feel as if everything that's been down on your shoulders feels as if it's just been flung off. So we're going to do it one more time. So, lovely. So we should feel nice and relaxed now. So let's bring ourselves into our relaxation now that we've got all of that out of us. So again, another great one for our throat chakra is hummingbird. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a version of hummingbird. So we're sitting ourselves back. We're getting ourselves into a nice position. Relaxing our hands down, relaxing our head. We're going to breathe in. And as we breathe out, we're going to hum. So we're going to take 3 cleansing breaths. So breathing in, lifting them arms up. And blowing out our candles. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, do the throat, do the hummingbird. If you're feeling a bit sort of throaty, especially with the weather changing, we're going to start turning on our heating soon. And that's when we tend to find that we get throat problems, nasal problems, which can sort of make us think, oh no, I've got coronavirus. Do a couple of these. Know that because the weather's changing, we will tend to get a bit of chest in, a bit throaty, a bit of a cough. And that's all just because the weather's getting a bit moist and it'll go onto our chest. So do your throat things. They'll help. What they'll do, the humming, it'll help to shake off the vocal cords and get rid of any junk that's been left there through the night. So hopefully as well that'll help with the breathing. And again, the lion helps to, again, let everything out. And it's a great one of working the throat. So thank you very much. I'm going to say goodbye to, Savannah. Hi, Savannah. I'm going to give you a wave. And then I'm going to end it on there.